Hey guys, welcome to this video. So the topic of today's video is very important for an entrepreneur and I will straight away dive into the topic. I hope you can read it here. The topic is lifetime value, which is also known as LTV, and whenever we talk about LTV we always talk about LTV of a user. Okay, lifetime value of a user. Now I hope that the word itself suggests you the meaning of it, but still a lot of entrepreneurs are confused about it. So today we will dive deeper into it and see what actually is LTV, how do we calculate LTV, and what is the importance of LTV, how do you increase or decrease the LTV if you want. So like the name suggests, lifetime value, LTV of a user is that in the entire lifetime, in the entire duration that the user is on your platform. Now lifetime here does not mean user's lifetime. Do not confuse ki till the time user is alive. No, till the time user is alive on your platform, on your app with your product. So till the time the user is on your platform, how much revenue does he provide you? That is called the lifetime value of a customer. Just for an example, just let me give you an example. Netflix monthly subscription cost is say 200 per month, and on an average a user spends 6 months on Netflix on an average. After 6 months the user discontinues the plan. So LTV for Netflix will be 200 into 6 will be equal to 6 2s are 1200, which means that rupees 1200, which means that every user that Netflix acquires will give it the revenue of 1200 in its entire lifetime that he's there on the platform. So I hope with this example you have understood what LTV actually is. Now why do we actually require LTV? So number one, LTV helps you to calculate your revenue. Usually it is very difficult to figure out your revenue considering what all streams of revenue will be there. But once you know what your LTV will be, what your LTV per user will be, and you know how many users you want to acquire over the next months, so your revenue calculation becomes very simple. So your revenue for any particular duration D is equals to your LTV into the number of users that you acquire in this duration D. This is a very important formula. This gives you your revenue. So your revenue is the lifetime value of a user into the users that you acquire over that duration D. So this gives you your revenue. Now it's wrong to say that this revenue is for that duration because that revenue can be actually split over a duration. Users can pay you over 24 months, over 36 months, but it gives you a good idea of your revenue. That's why I have told this to you here. Now let us come to an example of Amazon to understand it better. Okay, let me take an example of Amazon. So say every Amazon, I asked some data for Amazon hypothetically, and Amazon gave me some data which told me that for an Amazon the purchase amount per user per month is rupees 800. Okay, is rupees 800. Let me write rupees symbol as this, which means that on an average every user on Amazon purchases items worth rupees 800 every month. Now some user might purchase for 24,000, some user might purchase for 500, some user might not purchase. On an average that comes out to be rupees 800. And then Amazon tells me that average lifetime of a user is on its platform is 12 months. Which means that on an average one user stays with Amazon for 12 months. Now it can be possible that some user stays with Amazon for 12 years while some users stay with them for 2 months, for 1 month, but on an average you can say that users stay for 12 months. Okay, and then the order frequency. Okay, order frequency is not required because the purchase amount per user per month is given. So if you now want to calculate the LTV, what should be the LTV, the lifetime value of a customer for Amazon? The LTV for Amazon in this case should be equal to the amount that the user spends, into the duration or the lifetime for which the users are. So I will write here duration. Okay, I'll just box this out because this is a very important formula, and we'll see that. So here the LTV becomes 800 into 12 is equals to 12 8s are 96 rupees 9600, which means that every user that Amazon acquires will give him a revenue of 9600. It is extremely important number. Now for example, if Amazon wants to calculate what will be its revenue for the next say the next approximately 12 months or next 24 months, or what will be its revenue when it acquires 1 lakh users. Say Amazon plans to acquire 1 lakh users, so it wants to calculate how much revenue these 1 lakh users will give it overall. So how does it calculate that? Multiply this with LTV, which is what? Actually 9600. So if you multiply 1 lakh by 9600, you will get how much? 5 zeros, 2 zeros, you will get rupees 96 crores, which means that 1 lakh users brings a revenue of 96 crores to Amazon. Okay. Now, how do you, before that, one more topic that I want you to know is that I have made another video on customer acquisition cost. I hope you have watched it. If not, go and watch it after this. So customer acquisition cost is so CAC and LTV are just two ends of the same coin. Customer acquisition cost is that the cost that per customer you spend to acquire that customer. For the cost that your company spends to acquire one customer is the customer acquisition cost. LTV is the revenue that one customer gives to your company is the LTV. So logically speaking, if you want to be profitable, you should remember this ratio, that your LTV by CAC ratio should always be greater than 1, which means actually that your LTV should always be greater than your CAC. Means that the the money that you spend in bringing a user to your platform should always be less than the money that you earn from that user. So if you earn 1000 rupees from a user and you spend 1200 rupees in acquiring that user, which means that you will always be at a loss of 200 no matter what you do. While on the other hand, if you acquire it for 1500 and if the LTV is 1500 and you acquire him for 1000, then you will have a profit of 500 at all times. So very important, very extremely important to remember this relation, that your LTV should always be greater than CAC. This is how you make your revenue model profitable. Very important. Now it is possible, in many cases it is possible, if you are a startup, that your CAC is very high and your LTV is low. Okay. You are a startup in a new market where you need to do a lot of promotions to educate people and a lot of marketing. So it makes sense that the cost increases, cost per customer acquisition increases and your LTV remains low. Now you cannot decrease your CAC because you need to acquire customers, right? You can figure out new ways, but you cannot decrease it by a lot of extent because you will need to acquire customers. Your business is all about acquiring customers. Without customers there is no business. So you cannot decrease this. Okay. Then can you increase LTV? Yes, you can, because you cannot decrease this. So what you should do is you should increase LTV so that LTV becomes more than CAC. So how do we increase LTV? Now let us come to that question, and that is where this box is extremely important. I'll just star mark this box. Write this down in the front of page of your diary, this equation, that lifetime value of a customer is the amount that he pays into the duration for which he is in the platform. Now your LTV will increase even if you increase any one of these. If you increase just the amount also, your LTV will increase. If you increase just the duration also, your LTV will increase. Okay, so very important. So LTV will increase if either you increase the amount or you increase the duration. Okay, Now let me give you examples of number one, increasing LTV by increasing the amount. Or you can increase both also. If you increase both, then LTV will increase even more because these are getting multiplied, right? So now increasing the amount. Can you think of a company that increases its LTV by increasing its amount? Can you think of any such thing? I think it will be difficult because you do not have a context of it, but let me give you an example. Consider Ola. Now Ola is a company which is into the cabs market. It helps you book cabs, right? Taxis. Any idea why does Ola has Ola Money also? It helps you recharge your DTH connection, your mobile bills. Then it helps you can pay to Swiggy and Zomato also via Ola Money wallet. You can Ola had acquired this Food Panda app where you can actually order food also via Ola. Now, if they are in the cab business, why do they want to put in so much features where public spends? The answer is they want to increase the amount that the public spends on this application, because if they increase the amount, their LTV will increase. They cannot increase their duration, right? Because if a customer does not want to use Ola's cab service, he will not use them, right? If he doesn't want to use Ola, the cab service, he will not use Ola. You will not use Ola just for your mobile recharge, right? You will use it for your cab service, and in complimentary you can use it for your mobile recharge. So if they want to increase LTV, they cannot increase the duration because that's something which is in power with customer. So what they do is they increase the amount. So initially if the customer was spending, Ola is a prime example of this. Ola wallet, I would call it. So say for example, if initially the customer used to spend rupees 200, rupees 1000 per month in cab bookings, now he will spend rupees 1500 per month. He will spend rupees 1000 in cab bookings, plus he will spend rupees 500 more on mobile recharge, DTH recharge, or any other thing. So the LTV has increased, right? So for example, initially the LTV was, duration is fixed, okay? Duration of a customer is fixed. Say for example, the duration of a customer is 2 years. A customer stays with Ola for 2 years and then leaves it. So initially if he was spending rupees 1000, and 2 years means 24 months, right? So I would have gotten a revenue of 24,000 from that customer. But now what Ola has done is it has increased this from 1000 to 1500, right, into 24. This will give me what? 24,000 plus 500 into 24 will be 6,000, 12,000. So this will give me 36,000, right? Yeah, rupees. So you see this was LTV1, this was LTV2. So by increasing the amount that the customer spends on its application, Ola has increased its LTV. So since its LTV is now more, since its LTV2 is more than LTV1, Ola can actually increase its CAC. It can spend more in acquiring customers. It can acquire more customers, right? It can increase its CAC also because its LTV is now high, and even after increasing the CAC, they can follow this equation. So see, very smartly Ola has increased the LTV by increasing the amount. A lot of people do not notice this, but I hope this makes sense. It's a beautiful thing. LTV is a beautiful thing of how you increase. Okay. Now let me give you another example of increasing the LTV by increasing the duration. How does any company now can you think of a company that increases its LTV, lifetime value of a customer, by keeping the amount constant but increasing the duration? So this example is LTV increase by duration increase. Can you think of an example that a company that does this, increases LTV by duration? One of the most famous companies, everybody nowadays use that service. It's a service based company. Let me give you an example. I think let's see if you can figure out with this in 5 seconds. Dash and Chill. Dash is the name of the company. Dash and Chill. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I hope most of you would have guessed it. Netflix and Chill, right? So Netflix is the name of the company that does this. Okay. Now you will see that Netflix has a monthly cost of subscription, right? A monthly, it has yearly also, but let us just focus on monthly, that will make sense. It has a monthly subscription cost. Now, you would see that Netflix has not changed its monthly subscription cost over a long time. It has exactly the same monthly subscription cost, which is, say for example, it is rupees 200 is Netflix monthly. It's not changing that because it's afraid that if it changes this monthly this amount, then what happens is that the customers might not subscribe to it if the amount increases. So that's why it keeps the amount constant, but it wants to increase its LTV, it wants to increase its revenue, it wants to acquire more customers, have higher CACs. To have higher CAC, you have to have higher LTV. To increase LTV, you have to increase either of amount or duration. It cannot increase the amount because it is afraid. So what happens is it has to increase the duration for which the customer subscribes to Netflix. And how is Netflix doing that? By creating more content. Now say for example, you subscribe to Netflix for watching Game of Thrones. Okay, you have watched Game of Thrones on Netflix. Just an example, it was not there on Netflix, but just giving you an example. You subscribe to Netflix purely for watching Game of Thrones. But then as you just finished watching Game of Thrones, Netflix released another series, another very good series, say Mirzapur. Again, it was not on Netflix, but let's see. Let's just assume that it released. So now you will be more hooked. You will say, Game of Thrones is finished, now let me just have another month of subscription and let me complete Mirzapur also. As you complete Mirzapur, you find another good series on Netflix. Say you find a series like Breaking Bad on Netflix, and then you say that, okay, let me just subscribe for 1 or 2 more months, I'll just watch this series also. So what it is doing is that by creating more content, it is hooking you to its platform for a longer duration. If originally you wanted to be on the platform for 6 months or for 1 month, now you will be there on it for 12 months. So by increasing the duration, it is increasing the LTV. So for example, initially the LTV1 was 200, which was the monthly subscription cost, into, for example, say on an average a user stays with Netflix for 6 months. For 6 months, a duration 6 months. So initially the LTV was rupees 1200 per user. This is the LTV. Okay. This is the LTV, rupees 1200. Now LTV2, what Netflix is, what it keep this constant, amount constant, but because of more content, the users are now hooked more on Netflix. So this 6 months say became 8 months. So now the LTV becomes 1600 rupees. So again, see very clearly LTV2 is greater than LTV1. So Netflix increases its LTV by increasing the duration. Ola increased its LTV by increasing the amount. Some companies actually do both, increase the LTV by both the amount and the duration. So guys, this is how actually you figure out how do you actually the real meaning of LTV. I hope this is a beautiful equation, LTV. Once you understand this, once you have a feel for it, you can design beautiful business models. You can make sure that your business models are profitable not only in the short run but in the long duration as well. You can tweak your business model when you see that your costs are increasing. You can see how can you increase your revenue. This is how you increase your revenue, right? So a lot of people just know this part. A lot of people just know this, that how do you increase revenue? By increasing the cost, right? But see, Netflix is increasing its revenue not by increasing the cost. The cost is same for the last 1-2 years. It's increasing another parameter, which is duration. That's how you increase the revenue. LTV in one sense is revenue only. That's what I've told. Revenue is equals to LTV into users. So revenue is directly proportional to LTV. So I hope guys I have made this point of anything else which I have left. Let me just check. No. So I always make notes before I explain you anything, just in case I do not miss any crucial point. So yes, I have explained you everything regarding LTV, regarding the lifetime user value of a user, an extremely important topic. I would say that this is one of my top 5 or top 10 favorite topics in startup. And if you know it, you are a really good quality of entrepreneur. You can up your entrepreneurship game. I hope you like this video, and I'll see you guys in the next video now. Thank you.